Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Deborah and I'm doing a video quite late today because I went to the craft shop this morning and spent quite a bit of time there. So as I mentioned, I've got my score tape. So this one I got in the 3/8 of an inch, a little bit littler than what I've had in the past, but I thought that it might be quite good in terms of size. So I'm pleased that I remembered to get that. And the other thing I got was some glue. Now this is a new glue. I don't know what it will be like, but I've got some of the stuff I was playing with yesterday. So I'll just see. This is from Kitsch Creations. So it's meant to be, this one is meant to be the same as the Helmer's glue. I don't know what it's like because it's only new and I just bought them both to try. Let's smell it. Oh yes, you can certainly smell it. It smells like being in the nail salon, this one. So we'll just open this up, see what this does. Oh yes, it came out very quickly, so that's a plus. So I don't know if it's going to be the same as Helmer's, but I bought it to give it a go. It's also much cheaper than the Helmer's, so I thought, why not try it? Okay, see what that's like. It's just clear like the Helmer's, and it's called Quick Dry Adhesive. So that's that one. And this one I bought, which is called, it's a tacky glue, this one. So it's the white glue. And again, I'll give it a smell. Always important to see what they smell like. That just smells a bit like a PVA glue, not as strong though. So this one, let's see if it'll come out quite easily. Yeah, it does, quite easily. So I'm getting a little thin bead of glue with that one as well. So I've got them and I'll use them. And this one was only $3.50, and the big one, the Helmer's one, or the Helmer's matching one, was $6. And normally I pay $9.50 for that one. So there you go. That's going to be something that I'll see how they go. And a bit of glue never goes astray, which is why I got them. And then the next thing I got, which I was glad that I could get, is this Distress Oxide. And this is the new Kitsch Flamingo. So I thought I'd have a play with it now. See if I can get any of the magic happening, really. I do need a spongy thing. Here it is here. I've got the rest of my Distress Oxides out as well, because I'm thinking something like that might go together well. The tumbled glass, you know, probably not the dusty Concord. I really don't like purple and pink together. And I've got lots in here in terms of the green. Or what about this? I really love orange and pink together. So there's lots that I could play with. And I've got some tags out, some water in my spray bottle, and I'll see if I can do anything. So I want to make some tags that I can use. So I'm just going to do some backgrounds today, and then I'll go on and use them in my journals. These are just the standard, like what they call a size 8 tag. So they're quite long and, you know, a good surface if you're looking for a tag. So let's go and see what this colour's like. The other thing I want to do is compare it to the worn lipstick. So you can see it's totally different to the worn lipstick. And that's the Flamingo and that's the worn lipstick. Very, very different. So I have some spray, and I thought that I could put some of this down on my sheet and hit it with some water and see what I get. I might put a bit of the orange as well. Now I'm not cross-contaminating the ink pads. I'm making sure that I'm keeping them separate, because I don't like that when I get something on another ink pad. So always, especially with the oxides, try not to cross-contaminate them. Let's see how this flamingo goes. So just get some beading happening here, and then start daubing down the ink, the tag into the ink. See what I get. See what that flamingo's like. Okay, so that's not too bad. Now I do have my heat gun here as well, because if you want to layer more on top of an oxide, you need to dry it off first. If you layer it without doing that, you're going to get a different look. So if you want to blend it, maybe that's a better way of putting it. If you want to blend it, the inks together, then you need to put wet into wet. So whatever you're putting it on, the wet ink has to go onto a wet surface if you want to blend. If you want to layer it, you need to put the wet into the dry. So I've dried that off a bit, and I'm going to put down, I was a bit stingy with that pink flamingo, I think. Oh, that's better, possibly because it's new and I hadn't, charged the surface enough. So let's get a bit more of this pink going in here with this orange. Also need a bit more water, I think. I don't think I've got enough water on there. So that's why you dry it off between applications, because otherwise it will start to blend. And it doesn't take that long to dry it off, really. It dries pretty quick. The test is that when it relaxes and goes back into shape, that means it's drying. When it curls, that means it's wet. Now I've still got some spots on there where I haven't put any colour, and I really want to get a bit more colour on this tag. So I want it to be quite vibrant. Look at that. And I want to make sure that I've got the whole surface covered. I'll just keep dipping it some more. And then also I can drip spray onto it. So I've got this bottle, which is Couture Creations, and I know Tim Holtz has got one the same, and if you press it like that it sprays, but if you press it slowly it actually drips. So you get like drips, and that's, I think, when the oxide comes into its own, when you actually drip it and get big drips of it. You can see there what it's doing now, is it's moving and oxidizing. If you're picking that up on camera, see in that blob it's actually moving and oxidizing as I'm drying it off, particularly here. Now I'm going to reactivate some of this pink and the green and orange as well. I do want to put some more layers down. It's still a little bit damp, but it's pretty dry, and it's just at the edges, it's got a bit of dampness to it. And I love that sort of chalky look that you get when you use the oxides. So I wanted to try another colour combination. So I'm going to go back to my Kitsch Flamingo, which is the new one. It's really pretty pink. And then I might go with, let's go with maybe a green. Shabby Shutters might look really nice. I'm just going to drag it through now and see what happens. Oh, look at that. That's really pretty. Just give it a quick dry between it. And I think what I'll do is I'll just do some, the other thing you can do is just put it into the palm of your hand and flick it. Probably better off on the other side because I'm right-handed. And see if that creates something quite nice when I dry it. Now I think I need a bit more on there. And I've got my brush. And maybe what I'll do is I'll go in with, what about this pumice stone? It might work okay. See if I can get some different looks on there if I rub some pumice stone around the edge. Especially where it hasn't been covered. I also wanted to get some brown in there. I know I'm jumping around, but I quite like just playing with my oxides and seeing what I can create. If it works, then I can use the tag in my journal or in other things, and if it doesn't work, then it's not the end of the world. I can just, it's only a tag and a bit of ink, but I'm liking the idea of putting a bit more on this, especially through this green at the bottom, maybe up in that top corner as well. That's nice. I like the colours I've gotten in there where I've put the brown over the top of the pink. Okay, so with the brown still being on the table, I think I'm going to put this into it, soaking it up. There's still a bit of pink there, so I've managed to get some of that flamingo, Kitsch Flamingo in the brown as well. I like that colour combination, it's nice. See how it's come on here and up here? I like how you can see the brown still through the cracked pistachio. You can still see, and look at this, because it's drippy, put some dollops on here. Oh, that's lovely. I'd like to see how these two go together, the picked raspberry and the Kitsch Flamingo. Let's put some picked raspberry down the bottom because it's really vibrant. I really want to see how that matches up with the Kitsch Flamingo. So that's the picked raspberry. Let's rub it off a bit. Oh, it's like a lighter sort of version of it. The picked raspberry is quite dark. I didn't realise that until I see it on there. Now I'm going to hit all that with some water so I can get a reaction and see what happens. It's definitely different, isn't it? First some misty sort of spray and then maybe some dollops. I would like to get some bigger dollops down the bottom here. Really get that oxidization working. You see these big drips down the bottom here. See how they, when they dry, it's getting lighter because it's oxidizing. Now there's a ring around them. That's really nice, isn't it? And it feels chalky, but it's not. It just feels like you should be getting chalk on your fingers, but you're not. Okay, I like that. I like the blending with the brush. I think that looks really nice. I'd like to try a couple more in that vein. I wonder what the weathered wood would be like. And also, I've got the broken china. That might look really nice. In fact, any of the blues or greens I think would look really nice with this. Start down here. I might do something that just like the tumbled glass because it's a lighter blue again. And then maybe go to the weathered wood, which is even like a grey almost. Let's see how this goes. Spots there, look, they look like bubbles. That's really nice. Well, I'm getting some really good backgrounds here. I was wondering what else I can do to create some backgrounds. Maybe I shall, I don't know if this is going to go too well, yellow and pink. I guess it's in that orange family, isn't it? I've still got a couple more tags. I'll do a bit more playing. What about Stormy Sky? And I'm not sure the lilac will go very well. I don't think that's going to work for me. I think I like it best when I put it onto the surface here. I think that's, you know, for me, that seems to work better. I don't mind the brush, but I do like the surface when I can make it bead and get nice decorative things going. This is old paper. I don't know what that would be like. So it's a green, and then maybe that scattered straw as the yellow. See what we can get happening. You can see when you spray them with water, they become much more vibrant than when you first put them down. Put some yellow up the top here. Oh, that's nice. Get some in the bottom. Now, I don't want them to go to mud, so that's why I'm drying it. I don't think the old paper, I think it does something. Oh, you see there, now I'm getting some of that old paper on there that I didn't get before. Just give that a spray to move it around a little bit. And then a bit more of the pink down the bottom here, I think we need. Actually, I don't think it is old paper. I think it's when I'm hitting it with the water, the squeezed or scattered straw with the water, it's reacting. I thought it was old paper, but I actually think it's now the scattered straw reacting, because you can see there I haven't got any old paper there. I just hit it with some water and I got this, the similar colour to what old paper gives you. And that's nice. Top up the rest of that. Give it another spray. Because you can just keep going. That's what I like about these, that you can keep on going with them and giving them some more and more and more. Yeah, because see, that's gone in that sort of colour as well, that, I don't know what you call it, that old paper sort of colour down here. And I definitely didn't have any old paper down there. So this one that's gone that sort of, this colour here, is actually the scattered straw with some water on it. That's really nice too. So my plan would be to use these, and I do have some ideas. Maybe I can put some quotes and things on them. See what other things we can do. I guess I'll try the Dusty Concord with the Kitsch Flamingo, because this is really just about trying. Maybe I'll put these in my ideas book and I can write on them which ones I've used, so I know how they work together for future reference. Like I said, I'm not really a pink and purple together fan. I love them both separately, but together, okay, well that's not too bad, but I'm not sure if I like that. Now, what I wanted to do, because I've got my oxides out now, is I'm going to take a tag, or probably a couple of tags, and I want to run a swatch of each one. In fact, I should do it in colour grouping, shouldn't I? So let's go to the picked raspberry. I'm just going to put a swatch of that across there. I don't think I'm going to hit it with any water or anything like that. And then Kitsch Flamingo. So I'll do a swatch of that across here. It's really lovely. And I'll probably keep the greeny blues and put them by themselves. I've got weathered wood, I'm just looking. So like those two tend to go together. And then I've got some browns, green, they're all greens. I'll have to have several green sheets. I've got red, oh look, more green. Pink, oh there's a pink spun sugar. Thought I had one more pink somewhere. Just getting my thing cleaned a little bit because I don't want spun sugar to come out blue. That's much lighter, isn't it? So that's those three. Now I've got Stormy Sky. I might do Weathered Wood next. It's in these sort of greys, so this is more grey than blue. Weathered Wood. I don't know. I'll start with Bundled Sage though. Oh, I've got two shabby shutters. Oh no, that's a Distress ink. I was going to say that's not an oxide. All right, let's put the ink out of the way. It's jumped into the wrong bucket. So this is Shabby Shutters in the oxide. I'll do the inks another day. It'll be interesting to compare. Maybe old paper. You sort of think of old paper as a green. It is a green, it's just a different sort of green. I've got 6 greens. I knew I had a few, but they're all really different. So, you know, I don't mind that I've got a few. Now, what else have I got? So I've got these two in the blue. So maybe I can put the broken china and tumbled glass on here with the grey. And will I put the reds on the pink? I'm not sure if I'll be buying any more pink, so let's put Candied Apple on here. That's those done. They're all done. Oh, guess what? I've got another pink. I forgot about worn lipstick. It was hidden. Oh, I've got another green as well. Oh no, that's my Distress ink. I almost thought I'd missed a second green, but no, I hadn't. Oh, that carved pumpkin's really strong. Look, it's still coming off. So this is what I've got so far. Now I need another tag. So I've still got Squeezed Lemonade, Scattered Straw. I've got my 2 purples and 1 brown. Actually, I've got the other brown too, which is in my bag here. Hopefully I'm not going to get any pink in here when I swipe this. Okay, no pink, thank goodness. That's Squeezed Lemonade. And I'll go straight back in with Scattered Straw, which is a much sort of darker yellow, more mustard in it, I think, than this one. Now, in all the years that I've owned inks and oxides, this is the first time I've ever done this, which is pretty big. Now, ground espresso, my go-to ink. Love it. It's kind of like my go-to colour. And then Gathered Twigs. completely different. You see the complete difference in there, those two colours, when you put them side by side like that. It's amazing. I tried to get some speckled egg today, but they were sold out. They had it in the ink, but not the oxide. Dusty Concord, very purple. It's a pink-based purple, this one. And then Shaded Lilac is a blue-based purple. And that's why I have both of them. Let's get all this off here as much as I can. And Shaded Lilac, much bluer. So pretty. Love this too. This is the colour I wore when I got married. That Shaded Lilac. Lovely. It's the colour of wisteria. Well, that's what I think when I look at it. The colour I see. Okay, so all of these now, I have got, now I wrote on that, didn't I? Yeah, so I've got all of these now, and that's my range of oxides. So I can get more. I don't know if I will though. I would like speckled egg, and I've got room for speckled egg up here. You know, I'm a bit inconsistent in how I've made those. I started off really well and went downhill from there. But for now, thanks very much for watching. This is Deborah. Cheers.